Welcome back to another episode of Stealth School, and last time we took down the Fear non-lethally, which means he dropped his spider uniform, so make sure to pick that up before you make your way back into the warehouse. Now to get through this warehouse, it's pretty simple, but there's a couple tricks you need to learn. The first one is just run across this rail here with your box equipped. That's going to make the guy in the middle level notice you, so he's going to go up there and check on you. Drop down to the second level, and then pull yourself up, and just run down the stairs with your box equipped, and you're going to CQC this guy by the crates here. And there's going to be a guy in front of you, and on the top of the staircase, take out the guy on top of the staircase first. This guy's going to turn around, and you can easily CQC him. Then make your way up the stairs. And up these stairs, and you're on to the next section. Now for the harder way, it's a bit more complicated, but what we're going to do is drop all the way down from the very top. So we're going to start at the same, run across that rail with your box equipped, and then just roll over that railing where I rolled there. You're going to land right on this guard and knock him out and take out this second guy. Just wait a second for the guy up at the top of the staircase to notice the guy being knocked out. He's going to go down the stairs and see what's wrong, and that's going to give you a chance to knock him out while he's walking down the stairs. So I'm going to slow this down just in case people need some more help or detail on how to do this. The first thing you want to make sure is that your box is equipped and that you run across this rail here. That's really important because that makes the guy on the second level or the middle level notice you. Then jump down almost at the top of the staircase, and that jump is going to require some practice, so don't worry if you mess up a bunch of times. Just keep practicing it. And you're going to use the R2 while aiming in FPS mode to lean to your right to take this guy out so he doesn't see you. And wait a couple seconds for the guard at the top of the stairs to notice the guard that you just knocked out. And after he says what's wrong, that should be okay. He's turned around and going down the stairs, so you can just advance a bit and take him out while he's walking down the stairs slowly. And once you do that, you're pretty much free to go to the next map. So this next map doesn't really have anything in it. All you're going to get is a codec call from Eva, so make sure you skip that. And once you do that, just make your way north past these hills and on to the next map. So for this next part in this map, just make sure you follow the same exact route I'm taking. It should be easy to follow since I'm using the fixed camera. You can kind of see everything. And for this next part that you're going to see coming up here, where I use the M19 to shoot this guy twice and then CQC him, you don't have to do that. That saves a little bit of time, but if you find that too difficult, just stay right about here and pop off a tranquilizer headshot on him. What I just did saves a little bit of time, but it's not going to kill you if you just tranquilize him. And then roll up this hill and make sure this guy doesn't hear you on the right. And for this guy, you can just CQC him or tranquilize him, whatever you want. Then roll over this trap and make your way on to the next map. Now unfortunately, I don't have the time, due to my kind of tight schedule, to make these videos to show a legit strategy on how to take out the end, because there's a lot and I have to really go in depth for that. They're kind of complicated and really detailed. So what we're going to do is the clock trick, and for those who don't know the clock trick, basically you set your internal system date and time settings forward 2 weeks, or a month works. And what that does is when you come back and load your save file, after you save here, the end is going to have died from old age. And I'm sorry I can't show you any legit strategies right now, but I promise I'll make a MGS3 boss fight strategy video, and that's going to cover the end. So I really hope you'll be looking forward to that. So once you reload your save file, you're going to get a quick little codec call and cutscene about the end dying of old age, and you're going to start off here. So just go north into the next map. And just keep going north. Make your way past these trees, keep going north. Then make your way into this area that was gated off before. And up ahead we have the infamous ladder scene. I'm of course going to skip that. Once you reach the top, just go through the store here. So next up we have this really short mountain base area, which may seem intimidating to a lot of people, but it's actually really easy if you follow this route and use this strategy that I use here. So once you go down this hill, make sure you have your tranquilizer equipped and equip your box. Make sure not to get bitten by the snake here. And what this box does is it makes it so this guy can't see you. We're going to shoot him using auto aim and roll into him. And do not roll up this hill. If you roll up this hill, that guy that just dropped down will see you. And after you roll down that hill, make sure you do roll up these hills. Do not use your box for those. You have to roll up those hills. And after you take out this guy, then you're free to use the box. The mountainside area is a little bit more complicated. We're going to start off by immediately holding auto aim and shooting this guy that you can't see yet, but there's a guy up there at the very top. Then using your box to go up this hill and shoot this little rock thing in the middle using auto aim. That's going to cause this guy to go behind this rock. He's going to see you in the box and try to go after you, but for some reason he doesn't cause an alert or anything. Then we're going to make sure this guy isn't there. And if he is there, you can just headshot him. Usually he runs up to the next section, but if he's there, you can just headshot him. Roll over his body. Go up this little hill here, or this ledge. And there's one more guy in this part. And what we're going to do is that box flinch trick. So run into him, take a couple steps till you're a few steps behind him, and then roll. And go up to this next section, and for these guys it's really easy. Just basically headshot them with your tranquilizer. And there's going to be one more guy. He's hidden right now, or you can kind of see his head there. But you're going to dive in between these two buildings here. Then use the box flinch trick again into the next section. And if he falls off that cliff, it's okay. It doesn't count as a kill. So this mountaintop region will require some practice, and what we're going to do is fire an auto aim shot when we get to this little divide in the cliff or canyon, or this little shadow thing here, and then get close to the edge. Don't jump off, just get close to it and then roll off. Once you see that guy in those trenches, notice your footsteps. You're going to follow this route that I took, climb up this little section here, equip your box since there's little hills here, and if you do this quick enough, this guy over there to the north won't notice you. And you'll end up here, right before the next section, or the next map. So go through that red door. And after you go through that red door, we're going to have a couple of cutscenes with Eva. And when they're over, you're going to end up here north of where you entered. So go back south through that red door. And we're going to backtrack a little bit here. There's some ammo and a claymore laying around if you want to pick that up. And once you're outside, we're going to use this trick to skip most of this section. And what you want to do is notice on the right side of this little trench there's going to be like a little gated area, and once you get there you can sort of roll to your left onto that ledge opposite of where you saw that little fence looking thing, and once you're on that side you can just basically drop down. So once you've made it through that red door, just make your way down this staircase in front of us. And you can roll down to the staircase below if you want to make it go a little quicker. Once you've reached the bottom, just make your way north through this dark tunnel here. And make sure to unequip your suppressor from your Mark 22 or your tranquilizer gun, because we're gonna go up against the Fury here. And we don't need it, and we don't want to wear it out. So kind of a disclaimer, but the Fury has never been my best boss fight. I'll show you guys the strategy that I use and the one that's most consistent for me, and hopefully that'll help you guys out. So to start off, just hold down on the left stick to follow him down this area in the south that he goes to. And we're going to have to use the tactical reload or the quick reload here to fire at him 3 times. And you can only fire at him 3 times. After that he has invincibility frames and he'll shoot his flamethrower at you. But you don't want to fire at him too quickly, if that makes any sense. Like, use the tactical reload, but don't fire at him too quickly. And after you fire at him 3 times and he falls down, make sure you just go kind of behind this wall here so he doesn't hit you with the flames. And what we're doing when we shoot him with the tactical reload 3 times, but not too quickly, is after he gets back up, instead of flying away, he'll attempt to turn on his jetpack and fly away. But if you time the shots correctly, he'll just stay there every single time trying to do the same thing. So it's really easy to beat him, as you can see here. So we're going to follow him down to the southern region here to start off the fight. And you're going to hear where he lands. He can land on either the left side or right side. Make sure you pay attention to what side he lands on, because this first shot, or these first 3 shots, mean everything. So you're going to fire him using the quick reload 3 times at a decent pace. Not as fast as you can and not slow, but just at a decent pace. That's really important as well. And when he gets back up after those shots, make sure you go a ways behind that wall. And wait till he's kind of crouched down before you shoot him again, because when he's standing up after while he's turning on his jetpack, it won't affect him. You have to shoot him at the correct time, which is when he's crouched a bit. You'll be able to see it here again. So don't shoot him yet until he gets right there. He has to be crouched a ways, and then he's vulnerable again. So again, after you knock him down, go behind this wall and the flames won't be able to hit you. And right when the flames or he's done shooting flames at you, just make sure you do the same thing again. If he flies away, then this whole strategy is wasted. You have to chase him around the whole map and it's going to take forever. And I know there's quicker ways out there that other speedrunners or other players use, but I always get hit by the flames and it pisses me off, so I just use this. It's a little slower, but not too much. It's the same concept as well. Everybody uses a similar strategy to this. And defeating him this way will also give you his special camo, which is the fire camo. And it makes it so you take less explosive damage and damage from fire. So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something new, and let me know how you did against the Fury. See you guys next time.
Saving the game, Snake?